Good evening. Hope everyone is well. Welcome to the Voice of the Game podcast. I have Sub, who is part of the management team at LSU Masters. How are you doing, sir?
All good, all good. Glad to be back on.
Good stuff. And then we have Nana, who is the reason why we're late right now. Over 13 minutes, right? Over 13 minutes late. Nana,
You really want to start with me, yeah?
management of Catford. How are you doing, sir?
I'm blessed, brother. How are you?
I'm well. Again, this is going to be an open discussion. Please feel free to put in any comments. We are going to go through the London Cup games and also the game that happened in the Southern Vets Football League yesterday. So we will go to the results. Kouya lost to Bow Street 2-1. Catford lost to Independent 2-1 in the Cup. LSU Masters beat Canning Town in the London Vets Cup, sponsored by the Voice of the Game podcast, 9-0. Santos Herne Bay game. So I got a phone call probably around midday from the Herne Bay guys saying that the game got cancelled last minute because Santos couldn't field the team. They were really looking forward to the game. We just hope that everything's all right with Santos. We do not want no more teams to fold north, south, east, west. So Herne Bay get the game. And this is the previous week, the Hollington Brentwood. Brentwood beat Hollington 9-1. So this is the cup draw right now. So as you can see, the dates are for the 15th and 16th respectively. LSU Masters are at home to Independent. Herne Bay are at home to Brentwood. Sporting Bengal are at home to West Fulham, and Highgate Albion are at home to Gravesham Borough. Before we go into the league standings, Sub, could you please talk to us about the game against Canning Town?
The scoreline says it all, doesn't it, really? We're every game. LSU now is we're playing every game like it is our last cup final, and we're going for it. We're, sending messages. That's all in our team talk is about sending a message, letting everyone know. And before the game, watched them warm up. I said to Lloydie, look, never judge a book by its cover. But we was on fire yesterday. To be honest, if I showed you the video reel of the misses, like that game was 20-25 easy. Not even exaggerating. Like, I'm sure like Jason will have something to say about all the strikers missing, because there was so many. But we dominated, Every single one put a shift in. Even the lads that come on off the bench put a shift. That 15 players. We had 17. Like we're there to send a message again. Straight from the get-go is, Eddie will put up a highlight reel. You'll see the football we was playing. It was back to the original LSU passing, 1-2, slipping it through. Ashley Sinclair was amazing. Edgar, our striker we got this year, he was great. Baz was great. Mikey was great. Everyone was on job yesterday. Everyone was on job. So can't even fault us for anything. Just we should have put the ball in the net more. 9-0, and I'm saying we needed more goals. It just goes to show.
Do you think it was more of a professional performance rather than a outstanding technical ability performance?
Bit of background. I used to come and watch Tyrone play for LSU, and I used to be like, "T, you sure this is Vets football?" He's like, "Yeah, man." And when I was watching that sort of football, then like the passing is just immense, and we went back to that. Like whether the opposition is on a level playing field or not, it was just 1-2, 2-touch, 3-touch, playing it out wide, sticking to the game plan, get it to the forwards' feet, defense pushing up, dropping back when needed, Jason playing behind. Everything was what was said in the team talk, and we just played the game. And then yeah, towards the end of the first half, you noticed then it become a bit too trying to walk the ball in the net.
And big shout out to Mikey. He's given like a lot of respect to Canning Town. How were Canning Town during the game and afterwards?
Professional. They was there for a game of vets football, and then after in the bar they had a drink. It was just, no dramas. Like, didn't let the scoreline affect them. They carried on playing. They were no arguing in their camp. There was no shouting at each other. When sometimes heads goes down when the scoreline gets a bit out of control. They was carry on going. They tried to break through. They had a couple shots towards the end. Like, didn't seem to professionals. They were professional attitude.
And the officials, how would you rate them?
Oh, I don't like talking about referees. I'm not a big fan of referees as it is.
Really?
When it's an easy game to ref, it's an easy game to ref. Just for my personal opinion, it ain't about you as a ref, and sometimes you want to get involved in this. This is my opinion. Like, it's like they want to get involved in a decision or get involved with something, and it's just like, look, like straight away before kickoff, they turn up in a dark blue kit. We play in a light blue kit, right? And then he got them to change in a white shirt. The white shirt was more, clashing with the light blue than the dark blue was. Like, it just some little things, and yeah, but he, didn't have much to do really.
Cool.
We didn't have no linesman. I thought we should have linesmen in the London Cup, or is that just depending who you got on the day?
Depends on the game, but usually for semi-finals and finals, sometimes quarters, there's definitely an official team of 3.
I would, I'm going to make an assumption here. I think probably against your next opponents, independent, there's probably going to be 3 officials. But again, I'm just speculating. Again, it's going to be a big game, but we will let you talk about that later. Nana, any kind of questions for like sub regarding the LSU game?
No, I mean, 9-0 says it all. There's no excuses. That's a pounding pause. That's a thrashing. So it seems like LSU found their mojo again. They're back on it. I mean, we always knew LSU in terms of their passing ability, the technical ability, and the way they play football. So if you catch them on the wrong day, you're in for a hell of a beating. If you see their lineup and the attitude towards the game, there's not much I can say. 9-0 says it all.
And Lloydie got himself some minutes as well, and I tell you what a play.
Yo, we know Lloydie can play. Lloydie's a baller still. He can play.
He can play.
He's still got. But I didn't mention that he would have had a go at me. But yeah, quite. just the way he touches the ball, he pinged it across. There was no, just like it's just like he's been playing, right? But that's what I said. Like, from Hunter when he come on, every single player when they come on and play, like, everyone was just had that fire in their belly, and just the London Cup means a lot, doesn't it? So especially the result from the final last year, the hunger's there. The hunger's real as well.
Was it kind of easy as like part of the management staff to like relay how important it is to actually at least compete in the London Cup? And again, with like everything that happened with the whole Summers situation, just to remain focused and to take every game.
So we've our players, everyone played at a standard or a level. So like the attitude's professional. Like, I do an under 14s team, and you get a couple of boys still talking and whispering. You have to go, wait. Well, when anyone, me, Lloyd, or Jason are talking, everyone's quiet and everyone listens. And then if Doyley wants to say something, or Baz wants to say something, or Jay wants to say something, like everyone will listen to what everyone's got to say. Like probably the most respectful team in that sort of sense I've been involved or been around, and just everyone just knows. Everyone wants to go to the next stage. No one likes losing, and everyone's experienced defeat, and they know the better way is listening to each other than arguing with each other.
So true. So true. No, let's talk about the game against Independent yesterday. Would I love to get your analysis of the game? And you've turned off your mic. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? So, what a game. So, I think everyone eagerly anticipated and waited for this game, especially as it had been cancelled or rescheduled twice. So, weather was beautiful, so it was bound to happen. I think in terms of footballing ability, in all honesty, I think it was the worst game of football that I've seen in vet football for a long time. There was nothing much in the game. I think this game was full of passion. It was full of emotion. It was very, very, very physical. In all areas. I was in goal, and I think if memory serves me right, I probably had like literally nothing to do. Maybe like 2 or 3 saves the whole of the game. Obviously, picked the ball out of the net twice, one from a penalty and one from a header. But I think Independent wanted more. I think they were slightly more aggressive. I think the first 30 minutes of the game, just 25, 30 minutes, I think we were really in it. We went ahead. It was really just graft, hard work and graft. In their faces, nicking balls, being there first. And then we had an injury to one of our wingers. And the shape, sort of went a bit wonky, which allowed them to play more from the back. Very quick wingers, so putting the ball over the top. But they just wanted it more. If you, this was not a good advertisement for. The neutrals might like it because yes, it was very fast paced, very physical, but as in a calm, composed game of football, I don't think it was the best advertisement for best football. But sometimes that's how football is. Sometimes that's how the game is. Sometimes you do just enough to win it. I mean, we had 3-4 chances that if we put them chances away, we're having a different conversation. But they deserved it because they wanted it. I felt they wanted it, slightly more. And good luck to them. Good luck to them. It's a big hitters in this London Cup competition. So whoever gets to the final is well deserved. So well done to Independent, and we look forward to meeting them in the league another couple of times.
I actually want to shout out just a few players. I want to shout out Nino. Nino was a constant menace, and I think there's a sense of maturity because he was captain as well, and he was literally a constant threat. And again, he was very, very productive on the ball. So big shout out to Nino. I want to kind of shout out to Omar as well, quality player. Very kind of composed, very steady.
What a midfielder.
Yeah, that's the
quality. Yeah, he was immense.
Yeah, quality player. And also as well, I want to commend the back four. Back five, including Mel. Exactly what you've said. They just they were just a little bit more. Well, I won't say physical, but they just wanted it that a little bit more. And again, fair play to Independent. I mean, Nana. I mean, again, this is something that people probably want to talk about and whatnot. But you know, there was probably like a heated situation. Well, I'd say or a challenge, however people want to say.
Oh my God, Therese.
Yeah, listen, I mean,
what's up? Basically, around the halfway line, Therese went ahead and took a lump out of a man in the middle of the pitch.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was somebody around the center circle or something, and you know, Therese went and tackled Marlon. Wasn't a pretty sight. For where they were reading, Therese did a tackle. That's his business. And as I told him, for me, that's not. I don't like to see that. I don't like to see that. That's not what, you know, we're about. But it can. It's sometimes things are personal. Sometimes things are football related. It is what it is. I'm not going to delve deep into that because it is what it is. You know, I think the game stopped for a good 3 to 5 minutes because of that. You know, tempers were raised, and it calmed down in the end. But most importantly, after the game, it was good to see both Independent and LSU players in the pub afterwards, having a drink, having a chat. That is what vet football should be about. You know, we might agree to disagree on several situations or issues, but yeah, we don't. It's a sticky situation, and we don't want to see that in vet football. You know, as a manager, I want us to go in a game and win a game of football. If we lose a game of football, then I want us to lose to the better team because they played better than us, because they wanted more, because they did the basic and the right things. This was a difficult game for me, obviously, because I used to play for Independent, and we all have, you know, veteran in Independent. So nobody wanted to lose this game. I see that Independent had all their big hitters yesterday. So yeah, that's my take on that incident. You know, hopefully we can move on quickly from that and enjoy football, because we are all going to be here for a little while.
Yeah. No, listen, I mean, it was a challenge, and you know, I kind of, you know, took a yellow card. It is what it is. It's football. Again, as I kind of said before, you know, like, it wasn't malicious, and then we just kind of carried on. I want to kind of shout out one like player from like Catford. Actually, you know what? I mean, there's like something about Catford which is kind of completely different from literally everything else regarding Vex football that I've played. And I want to shout out Wes. I want to kind of shout out Wes for one like reason anyway. Wes kind of spoke to me about it, and literally spoke to me about certain things. I'm not going to say exactly what was said, but in terms of how I felt about the tackle, hey, you know what? A tackle's a tackle. We like both walked off the pitch. You know, it is what it is. Exactly what Nana said. The like Independent guys were at the pub, and like we were there as well. Nana kind of took his picture. And yeah, hey, it's like it's kind of part and parcel of the game. Subs, is there any questions that you're gonna ask myself or Nana?
Where do I start? Nah, listen. I've played like Mill Convoys. I mentioned I've seen Mark hit tackles. I've seen players tackles. Only you as an individual know whether you've done that with intent or not. And it's for everyone else can go, you've done this, you've done this. That no one knows apart from the player who's done the tackle. So that's if you said your bit, that's your bit saying. But I've come from teams where like I'm not saying it wasn't a bad tackle, but I've seen like 100 times worse. And yeah, I'm a different type of person. Like I think there is a place for that type of football, like that type of thing. If you're on the halfway line, slowing the play down, you need to do something. But as I said, it's only whether you've done it for that reason or you've done it for footballing reasons. But it's I think as well. I've got to mention Lloydie hit a tackle as well on Saturday, but I'm sure you'll see a video clip of that one. He fell over and then hit it, but I'll let everyone else make their call on that.
Yeah.
True. I think yeah, the videos are going to make the social media rounds as usual. I'm sure they've already gone, around, and they will continue to. I haven't seen it. I saw it on the day, and I reiterate, like Saba said, only you know whether there was intent in that or not. I categorically don't want to see that on the football page. A foul is a foul. But it is what it is. We move from there.
Yeah.
I'm happy Marlon's able to get up and walk and do some stomach bumps and that.
If you that game, what would you have given for that foul?
Oh, it's a yellow card. No doubt about it. It's a yellow card. Especially because of how he's caught him. It's not. It's if it's off the ball, it's violent conduct. If it starts showing or stamp or something like that, it's serious foul play. But as a referee in that game, you call something orange. It's between a yellow and a red, but most often than not, the referee will lean towards a yellow because it looks like because the ball is there. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's different from somebody who's played the ball, moved away, and you just gone and sort of took him out, but the ball is right there. So you can argue that it's very reckless. If a referee gave a red for it, and I've seen red given for less, there'll be a debate about it. But then I can see why the ref would have gone the way it was. Because after that stage, as much as the game was physical, there wasn't any malicious tackles. It was normal, hot-blooded game of football, normal physical game of football. So there wasn't anything bad or malicious in that tackle, if you see what I'm saying. But Tom Breeze knows, whatever happened, and hopefully he learns from it, because he argued he could have been sent off. Let's just put it that way. He could have been sent off for another ensuing tackle. The referee played an advantage, and they almost scored, but they didn't bring it back. If, like I said to him, if I was in the middle, that would have been sending off for him. But I felt the game was getting heated to that extent. So I'm like, you know what, go off and go and rest. That's why the substitution came in. But like I said, it is what it is. I'm happy Marlon was able to get up, walk, saw him in the clubhouse, had a bit of a conversation, amongst all of us, about football in general, that sort of thing. And then shook hands and went our separate ways. Everybody's fit, everyone's healthy, and that's what we want. We all have to go to work tomorrow, don't we? So yeah, that's what we want.
100%. And yeah, so literally Nana Nana took me off after the second challenge, which you know what, it could have been a yellow card. I did argue, and then I like messaged Nana. I think it was yesterday or today, and literally Nana sent me an audio message. I'm not gonna say exactly what Nana said, but like Nana gave me a dressing down. You know what I'm saying? I've got the huge amount of respect for Nana. Nana gave me a dressing down about a lot of stuff. So,
pause.
I
don't dress anymore.
So but again, like this is literally what like the team is about. Like you've got to take accountability for your actions as an individual and also as a team. And I know that we will literally learn from yesterday's game. Me, literally me, like personally, I'm actually fine. It is what it is. I don't really like to get into that in and outs. Yeah, everyone knows I kind of tackle and literally I don't pull out of 50-50s and things like that. It was just really unfortunate that it kind of happened like that. So yeah, again, fair play to Independent are now through to the quarterfinals. Let's move on to, and it's probably going to be more for sub. Let me just bring up a quick little image here. Let me put it here. So right now, if we kind of look at the rankings, I'm so sorry, Nana, I'm actually blocking your face. So right now, LSU are ranked second in my opinion. So I'd say you guys are favorites. I mean, do you think that's a fair reflection, Sub?
See, I don't like the word favourites. Like, we're in it to win it, 100%. We want that winner's medal. Every game we're going into, as I said before, we're going to treat it like it's the final. I've seen Herne Bay play, obviously Independent. Saw Fulham squad list. I got a few couple ex-pros in there, and I've seen a few transfers into that team. But for me, I don't care who we play. I just want to win. And the players in LSU are good enough to win every single game we play. As simple as that. And if we lose, I don't even feel we lose because the team were better than us. I feel we lost because we weren't good enough on the day. Like, that's how I feel with this squad. Like, no one beats us. We beat ourselves. Like, that's as simple as that. Like, any one of them teams, I'll go into everyone and we say the same thing. Let's put 5-6 past them. Let's absolutely dominate the game. Like, I don't, favourites. I just want to win. Like, Lloydie just wants to win. Jason just wants to win.
Nana, who do you think's favourite to actually win the London Cup, and why?
See, on paper, you'd say LSU as well. Obviously, they're last season's finalists. They beat this last season's champions. So on paper, you'd say that LSU are favourites. However, as I keep on saying to you, best football is who turns up on that Saturday. Now, we've seen Brentford putting 9 past Horrington, who are sitting on top of our league. So I know very little about them. That result against Horrington was a proper statement, if you ask me, because Horrington have lost only 1 game in the league, and they are putting 6, 7 past teams. So yes, on paper you'd say LSU, but I won't be surprised if the last 4 is, say, LSU, Brentford. Well, Independent have LSU next.
Yeah.
Independent have a good squad too. So I'll sit on the fence there. It's hard to call. On paper, I'll clearly say LSU because obviously last season's finalists, they beat last season's champions. They only lost 1 game this season in the 2, 1 in the league and 1 in the cup. But they seem to have found their mojo, and they are they're back on it. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would say LSU are favourites. Again, last year's finalists. Again, played really well against Summers, and of course, like the kind of 9-0. I think my kind of dark horses, Brentwood.
Well, they're not back anymore, are they?
Well, no. Well, I mean, I think people are still underestimating them because there's a reason why I like put them in my kind of top like 10 like ranking. Yes, like within South London, and again, South London is very, very condensed. Everyone knows each other. There's like teams within 2 or 3 miles of each other. Like it's everyone knows each other from either school or from whatever it is. Sometimes we have to look outside of South London and actually think, there are teams in North London, in East that can actually compete, and I think Brentwood, if they get their players out, they've already surprised Hollington. And like I said last year that Summers were going to be a dark horse, and they won it. So yeah, I think LSU are favourites, and Brentwood for me are the dark horses. Let's go to the league standings. So this is the league as it stands. Hollington are first, LSU second, Cooley third, Catford fourth, Independent fifth, Leonie Stars sixth, Bow Street seventh, Wallenham have folded, and Sporting Santos eighth. Nana, I'm gonna literally start from you. I know we found out yesterday that Bow Street beat Kawuya, which was, I mean, actually, was it a surprise to you that Bow Street beat Kawuya?
Of course it was. Can you take the table off now?
Yeah.
Of course it was. Listen, Bow Street, they've been in this competition, the several divisions for a long, long time. We've played them so many times in Division 2 and now Division 1. They are the kind of team that can surprise you. A lot of people think thought they will be the whipping boys. But they don't stop. They don't stop. But especially when you go to the Metropolitan Ground, the pitch is crazy, it's bubbly, it's bumpy. So it's a difficult game there. And they don't stop running. But even more surprising is the fact that they played away at Kawuya, who have a very, very, very good side. I'm wondering if it's on the 4G or out on the grass. But irrespective, that was a huge win. That's a huge win for Bow Street, which again keeps this competition wide open. I've never seen the top divisions so competitive after a round of games, because we are almost in the second half of the season now. Teams have played up to about 8 games, so it'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting.
LSU Masters are like second place. I mean, what do you guys need to do to kind of keep the momentum and try and catch Hollington right now?
Have a run of games. Just don't get a run of games. So we start 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off. I forget whether just actually having the fixtures there, like that kills us. Like, not when we played you guys in the cup, we didn't have a game, and it showed, like, on the day we weren't good enough to win. As simple as that. But if we had played in a few games, and the whole Summers thing cost us a few weeks of football. Once we hit, we weren't going to stop. And you've seen it throughout, even last year. Once we got the run and carried on going, we didn't lose. With Kawura Bow Street, like, don't get it twisted, Kawura are a very, very, very good team. But when you are playing against Bow Street, as you said, they got this. What they do is they do it well. They're in your ear. They're verbal on the pitches, up there. And no centre backs want to play against their strikers. They're fast. They can get in behind you. They will battle with you. They will do that all day long. And it's consistent. And if the balls keep on going, like sometimes they only need a couple of chances. Defenders might be a bit, the ball hasn't been in this half for a while, and then what's happened. Or if it's consistent and they just wear you down, like they're fit as anything. The two boys up front.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Like will run all game and physical all game and half a chance. And I bet once they let a strike off, that's it as well. Like with the Legends last year, we played them, and I had good squad with the Legends. But even then, they just done the same thing. It was the verbal. You get caught up, and then bang, a long ball, a long throw, and their strikers are just ready for it.
Yeah. And again, exactly what Nana said is. And like, exactly what you was even alluding to. So like the kind of competitiveness in this league, everyone's, around like the 10 to 15 point mark. Okay. Hollington have, got a really good goal like difference and like they like started off well. But now, we are now coming into the second part of the season now where, again, it's now about desire. And literally, are you like prepared to, to like run those few like yards to either block a shot or to run past the ball to actually make space for your teammate to like take a shot? It's those little split decisions now that are gonna, cost you points or gain points, right?
Oh, most definitely. Like even with Saturday, like 9-0, we still had probably 3 players out who would start every week. We had Gibbo wasn't playing, JB wasn't playing, and Mark wasn't playing. And I hope they all recover soon because we need them back in the squad. Like even to have that, like our depth at the moment is good. We've got the cover, we've got it there, and I'm just thinking we're gonna really, really like. I joined LSU Masters after they had a blip last year. The Legends kind of done, and a few of us come over, and like the way we've joined and come together is proper family mode, and that always helps out when you're in a team like that. And we've got that always now, and that's always there. And like people will talk to each other, and we get on. There's 10, 11 people in the bar after, or 10, 11 people having a chat by the car after. Like it will be that, and that's what is in this family team now. So for us, that's what we're going. We're a family going to win something.
Yeah, I love that. And again, probably a little bit of a side note regarding family and the community. Nana, and literally, I'm like speaking. Well, I can't speak on behalf of players. I can only speak as an individual. What like Nana's done at Catford is brought a lot of people together where we can laugh, we can joke. When we win, we laugh. When we lose, of course, like there's some real conversations, but afterwards we can like still laugh. Like the WhatsApp group is just so entertaining. And there's like food that like, actually Nana's family comes, especially at our home games. There's like food there. Sometimes we've got to be kicked out of our clubhouse because we're like there until 7 o'clock. Nana's cultivated this like community of like men that just don't just play football. Like we all respect each other, and like we now use that energy, again to literally fight to where like I believe we belong, which is in the Premier League. And again, like you like still for like me personally, you start speaking to different players like Wes, Aaron, Answer, Johnny, Kwame, and then of course myself and literally Nana, like we like speak as well. It's a proper strong bond, and literally Nana, I just want to commend you for like everything that you've done for like Catford.
It's my absolute pleasure to Breeze. I think we are we're still building. This is our first season in the top flight. It's making the boys believe that they deserve to be here. But just concentrate on the football. You know, let the noise be elsewhere. If like Sab was saying, if you're a family, I remember, I'm not sure if I was talking to you, because I was saying to either you or somebody else about the legends and the masters joining, because there were some players in there that could easily play in the first team for the masters, and which will make it even more stronger in terms of the grit. Because my personal opinion with LSU was that, um, apart from before they joined, Doyley, there wasn't a lot of physicality in that side. That's just my personal opinion. They will pass you off the pitch, but when teams want to get in front of you, get in your faces, and get stuck in, sometimes it's a different approach to the game that you need to have. And they have the people now, especially in midfield, who will get stuck in, make those tackles, and raise the temperature of the game up. And you need those characters, So I always knew they will be back at it sooner rather than later, especially when they join, because it makes it stronger. But in terms of Catford, just want to again do what we're doing, stay out of the limelight, and play football and continue to build. It's really, really important. We don't. This is a brand new team. It's really a brand new team. The core is there of 5-6 players from previous seasons, but it's a brand new team in terms of people who will join. I think that's 7-8 players, going from having 12 players on a Saturday to about 17, 18, sometimes 20. If you have to tell man that today you might not be used, it's a difficult conversation. But it's also a beautiful headache as a manager to be able to select or have a pool of players who are committed to want to play. And that's testament to the family and the bond that we have. People wanting to be there on a Saturday because of everything else, including football. So, yeah, I kudos to everybody who turns up week in, week out and continues to build, and have big voices for everyone to carry on, win, lose, or draw. The attitude is much, much better. So we carry on with that.
Subs, what does Vets football mean to you?
Yeah, beginning of this year, I said to Lloydie that I want to play. I'll be the first to say I'm never good enough to play in this league. And I went and joined our Super Vets down Division 5, and I loved it. Played a couple games. But what was different is that weren't being my outlet. That was just, it felt like going back to playing, just playing football and then going home. The guys in the Super Vets, lovely. We had a few drinks after games, but they weren't my people. They weren't my family, and it was just like, what's that? And then all I'm doing is phoning up, and after the Holland game, I was kind of said to like Lloydie, we and Lloydie had a chat, and I just wanted to come back home, and that's for me wanting. I've given up playing to just come into the. I'm not the manager, Lloydie and Jason do most of that. Like, I get my say at halftime, I get my say before the game in the change room. We all talk, right? We're all connected. We all got the same sort of mindset, but we just deliver it in different ways. But I messaged Jason Thursday, and I was just like, I need to be back. We need to play. Like, we haven't played since Christmas. All these frozen, like, I'm missing it so much. Like, and it's not even the social after. That's just a bonus. Like, just to see the lads, just to have the bit of banter, just to have that. Where I work, I'm a manager. I have to be serious at work, and you can't have them. You might see a joke appearing at work, and you can't jump on that joke. And like, where you're in a more senior position, and then. But in the change room, I'm first one straight in. I'll take the mick out of anyone as soon as I get a chance to, and I'll take it take it all day long. Like as I said, my name's Sub. Like, God, I've lived with that since I was 14, 15 years old. Like, I'm used to. I can take the banter. I give the banter, and but yeah, that's what football's always been my outlet. And like with vets, it's, you know, I don't get me wrong. During like the playing days or our younger days, that's where I made the friends. But now it's just, you know, you're gonna get there, and you know the football's gonna be decent. You know, everyone's gonna have a pint afterwards, and you know, like there's just that, like we all pick each other up. We'll go and help each other get there. Like there's no, you know, it's, you know, football's family for me, and like, I put that into my younger kids as well. Like, this is what it means to have a teammate. This is what it means, like that. You know, I said to the under 14s team I do, Lewisham Youth, today. I said, you know, you got to go to war with your friends, and you have to be friends. And if friendships aren't enough, you got to feel like that person playing with you is a family member, and then you're definitely going to want to win the game. You know, you got to really work hard to get your points, and no, you won't work harder than you would for your family. That is for me anyway.
Yeah, love that. And Nana, the same question.
I share your sentiments. I share. I mean, very very little to add to this, because we work so hard outside football, Monday to Friday, sometimes Monday to Saturday, or Monday through to Sunday, and for me, it's a de-stressing. Oh, it used to be a very distressing atmosphere for me when I was on the pitch playing. But as a manager, sometimes it can also be quite stressful, as you already know. So, but if you have a family around you, you know, like the team, buying into the same idea, buying into the same objective, and you know, clicking on those bases, it becomes so much easier. So to be able to play football, scream and shout on the pitch, but come off the pitch, you know, shake hands, go into the parables, have some food, have some drinks. You know, sometimes we order pizza, we sit there, you know, we talk and we laugh, and like Tobias was saying, you know, sometimes we have to get kicked out, you know, because we stay there too long. It means your compatriots want to be around you as much as you want to be around them for a certain period of time, which is always good. So it's an outlet for me, and I'm going to be doing this, you know, until I can literally I can no longer literally do it. You know, that's what it means for me. It's family, it's friendship, it's bond, and within that we've created some real good family connections as well. You know, so it goes well beyond football. I mean, I can put something in the group and say, "Oh, I need help." Da 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 da. Somebody will DM me and say, "Yeah, do this, do that," or contact this person, and it's sorted. You know, that's the networking, that's the communication, that's the connection that you want, which is happening now. So that's what it means for me. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and you know, I totally echo what both of you have said. And actually, one poignant thing yesterday, of course, you know, I used to play for Independent, etc. But just seeing players like Steve and Omar that I've not seen in years, I'm like, it's just a throwback. It's like, wow, you know, you like reconnect with like players that you may not even see again, and then actually all of a sudden that like player knows this, also this like person knows like this person, and that's how you're connected. Again, seeing like again, like I know everyone's a grown man, but just seeing Nino as a captain, that's, you know, again, like it shows growth, it shows maturity. There's the final there, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, yourself, Nana, subs as well, you know, like there's a kind of community here. There's a very strong community, and you know, of like men that just want to play football, and again use football as their outlet, their vets football. Because when I was in my teens and 20s, if like someone spoke to me about vets football, I would actually think it was walking football or whatnot. But the quality is top notch. And again,
yeah, I was gonna peak at vets football. It's gonna be easy, and
it's not.
It wasn't.
it's not easy, you know. So again, just just kind of connecting again with Lloydie, with Mel, with Answer, who I've kind of got to know even more. And like, he's such a funny guy. Of course, Nana as well. Like there's a kind of there's a brotherhood for life. It's vets football for like men of our generation is so important, because again, sometimes it's our only outlet, exactly what you said, Sub, to just let our guard down and just have a chat about anything. And like, where like it's a safe space to actually speak to someone about something that may not even be involved, that may not even be football related, but just having that bond and taking it onto a pitch, there's that kind of sense of respect that you just don't get with other sports, man. So yeah, honestly, long may it continue, and yeah, let's just hope that the league continues. We have some strong teams. Hollington are top now. I mean, of course, everyone is like looking to actually be at the summit at the end of the season. So yeah, let's kind of see how this season pans out. Fellas, thank you so much. Sub, thank you so much for like coming on. Nana, thank you so much for like coming on. If like anyone has the video of the tackle, I would love to see it, because
which one? Lloydie's one.
Lloydie's one, and like mine. Yeah, 100%. Let's kind of talk about it. But honestly, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week. Peace.